doesn't seem like how it is extra. Somebody wants to learn. But my story, I needed for survival. Imagine being in refugee camp 10 or 20 years, waiting for a chance to come to the United States. I was just talking to somebody, they said, what's the sponsor? You know, sponsor is somebody, the United Nations asking them to sponsor you to come to the United States. And so we come here to have a better life, you know, to get education. So you can imagine I was in refugee camp and dreaming of 5 or 6 years for me and my children to come to the United States. They have to have a better life, not just to leave your country, but for a better life to save. And finally, my dream come true. So I got a sponsor to come to the United States of America. I was very happy, but sad at the same time, because I have to leave everything I ever knew, family, friends, everybody behind, including my 2 children. So I came here, and then my sponsor paid my rent for 3 months, then leave me in welfare. What that's gonna take me? I can't read, I can't write, I can't even write a single sentence saying, oh my, you know, to my children's teacher. My child is sick today, won't be able to come to school. I can't fill out applications and look for a job. I can't vote. I cannot drive, because I don't know how to read. It was very hard. So 8 years, we just learning every day for a little bit. English, I worked under some parcels, packing parcels for 11 at night to 7 in the morning. Leave 7 Anderson and go 8 o'clock in the morning for housekeeping, working for minimum wage. Then I'm a single mother of 4 children, you can imagine. It was very hard. But that shows you how immigrant and refugee work hard. They really work hard. Everybody wants to come here to have, you know, American dream. We all want a better life. So to do that, you thinking coming to America is your life is going to change. You know, but then here you can't even read, write, or understand the culture. So it was very hard. So I went to, okay, so here I am, a single mother with 4 children working minimum wages, 2 jobs, to put food on the table and pay my rent. I can't afford to pay my own classes or buy a book. Probably the books I need cost, each book's $250. Class, you can't even get class because when you come here, you have to be American citizen or have a resident green card to be able to get financial aid. So you can't get financial aid as a refugee when you come here. There's no place for you but the Literacy Council and IU-13. That's the only 2 places you can go. And even to get that, you have to know somebody can tell you where to go. So it was hard. But I found it somebody, so I went to Literacy Council. They give me a tutor that fits my time between taking care of my children and working 2 jobs, 2 hours. So I come every day working. I can't even drive. And trying to learn how to drive, so I had a car accident, so I could only use 1 hand. 4 children, 2 jobs to work, and I'm still trying to learn English. So I went to the Literacy Council to help me. You know, I had 2 hours, I said, I gotta learn it. You know, so I learned, and they taught me American history. So I went and get my citizenship. Now I can vote. You know, I can get my driver license. Now I can, you know, so many things I can do. Now just that, you know, just that tutor that Literacy Council gave me, that 2 hours a day made a difference of me to become an American citizen. You know, now I have more rights, now I can vote, now I can drive. Then I was blessed because I had 4 children, but they all graduated high school. by watching how hard I'm working, impact them. And they all, three of my daughters are here. My two oldest went to McCaskey. Fatima is sitting right there. She is a nurse. She works at Willie Valley. Saddle. And Nafisa, they graduate from CB, so they're going to college for our nurse. I always tell them, don't get a job because it pays money. Get a job so you can make a difference. So you can help the community. And that's what they're doing. They're all going, for some of them, helping the community, and Fatima is a nurse. The other one is going for nursing. It's hard. I see them stressed every day coming and studying medical. But they're doing it, so I'm relaxed. So after my kids grow up, and then I say, I need to pattern my English. I need to go back to school. But where do I go? Again, every day to get more hours to go. So somebody told me IU 13, so I went to IU 13. And my teacher Liz, she's right there. She sees me every day struggling with my grammar. I'm like, Liz, I don't know if I can do this. Yes, you can do it. Yes, you can do it. It's hard when you adapt to learn English second language. People just thinking, oh, it's English, that extra language you learn. No, you need it for survivor, for refugees and immigrant in this country. You gotta speak English. You can't fill forms for jobs. You can't drive. You can't, vote, because you have to become an American citizen too. So all these things are necessary that for us to survive, and to me this help. So now my kids are getting older, and they're all going to college, and I'm thinking, okay, so IU 13, and there's a council. They help. I remember one day I went to, they needed Somali and English interpreter in the immigration court in New York. So I volunteered. I went there. I helped. After I helped, I stand up, and then the judge says, thank you, Mr. Abdullahi. I couldn't do this case without you. I was so happy and proud. I never thought I could, I could have thought I could even help myself, but I'm helping my country, the United States, and I'm helping my people where I come from. So both sides I see with need. And the people that I go with the class with, they speak 2 or 3 different languages. They speak French, Italy. They speak all this language, so if they do learn English and IU 13 and Literacy Council help, they can become interpreter. They can find better job. They low self-esteem will become like, you're so little when you don't speak English and live in this country. It's just like, you're just like nothing, And some people, they don't understand. They're like, why do you come to America? Or, excuse me? They don't understand that accent you have and the struggles that you're going through with this language. But with the IU 13, it's help, and there is a council that is a place for immigrant and refugee to learn. And they all want American dreams. We're all here to guide ourselves. And I appreciate these 2 services that I got from IU 13 Literacy Council to help. So see, these people, if they speak 2 or 3 different languages and they learn, and that need help, the IU 13 and Literacy Council giving them, they can benefit, they can help the country because they speak so many different languages, and they can find better jobs and pay taxes. Or they can stay in welfare, and the government can help them, rest of their life. You can stay in welfare, and, so either way, it's going to be fair. But it's better that if you help them to learn the English, then they can become an interpreter, they can find a better job, and then they can pay more taxes. Or they can raise 4 kids like me, all going to college and making the difference of the community. So now we have a website. What I do now, I say to myself after my kids grow up, I say, but I want to help. I want, because I know how it feels to be immigrant, to not speaking the language, all the frustration and stress I went. I feel the pain. So I pray every immigrant, every refugee in this country that doesn't speak the language and trying to find out somebody can help them to fill out applications education, you know, how to find a job. So I do motivation speaks. I go to high schools, tell them that how hard it is for me and that I didn't have education because in my country, girls not allowed to go to school. So I have no education when I come to med school whatsoever. You know, write my name, I write X. That's how I started Forbes before IU13 and the Literacy Council. Now I do motivation speaks. So my goal is not just, you know, it's not about making money, it's about making differences, giving back what IU13 and Literacy Council give it to me and help others. So that's what I do, and I'm hoping, my hope is one person can benefit of my story. You know, either high school who trying to drop off, or somebody just sitting here and feel sorry for himself. I can tell them a disability in one arm, I raised 4 children, and by myself, and learning English, and I'm an American citizen. I can vote, I can travel, and you can do it too, with determination, hope, and faith.